Hi, I'm Tandy Nash, the Education Curator at the Kentucky Gateway Museum Center, and today is Earth Day. It is the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. 50 years ago, think of this, 1970. My sister was a senior in high school. It was the very first Earth Day, and people came out in thousands to celebrate Earth and the environment and everything. Now we can't celebrate in thousands, but as you walk around today, because it is such a beautiful day, you can look at the different miracles that our Earth provides. One of the miracles I want you to notice while you're out and about are the flowers. Flowers are just amazing little machinery. You can see the parts of the flower here. It's got little girl parts and little boy parts. You've got your stigma, your style, your ovary, and the whole female part is called the pistil because girls are pistils. And then you've got little filaments that have anthers on the end of it. The whole little boy section is called a stamen. And on the anther, you've got pollen, which is the same thing as sperm. Here is a stamen. You got your filament, you got your anther, and you got the pollen on the end. And when a bee or an insect crawls in, they get the pollen on their legs and they carry it around with them to each flower and they can pollinate. Now, the little girl part in the center, you can see stigma. The pollen will eventually get stuck. Stigma, S-T-I-G-M-A, like a sticky part, will collect the pollen when it gets on it, and that sperm will travel all the way down the style into the ovary. And the ovary is protected by your petals, and some flowers have sepals, little green leaves that protect the ovary. But if you look in the ovary, you're going to see eggs in the ovule. See the little eggs in there, the little tiny eggs? Let's see if I can get some on my thumbnail. Yeah, there's some. Can you see them? There's some. And when you see fruit, that is a ripened, swollen ovary, and the seeds will be inside. And you have to have either wind. Now, when this stamen was inside, or the pistil was inside, you'll notice that the little boy parts, the pollen is lower than the stigma. So what would you have to have in order to pollinate, get that pollen up to where the stigma is? You'd have to have an insect or an animal that would rub across it, or wind, right? Wind might be able to blow it, but wind is better when you've got your stamen, your little boy parts, closer to your stigma. And this is so close that when the bee crawls down in there or the insect crawls down in there, they can't help but touch that stigma. So the whole process of a plant is just to reproduce its eggs, to fertilize its eggs. I just think that's amazing. And if you look at the leaves on a flower, one leaf is the whole combination for photosynthesis to make food for the tree or the plant. So when you're walking around today, enjoy Earth Day and notice all the miraculous things about the objects around you.